Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Junior's World of Soul. I am back with the new video, ready to bless y'all with R&B the right way, the authentic way. Now, as you can see, I came in with Sevyn Streeter's Assumptions. I love that record. I talked about that joint on Current R&B Bangers. It was crazy that I was riding to Virginia to come see my grandma. As you can see, I'm recording in a different spot. But I was listening to that song on the way down here, and it just was bumping in the car. And I was like, yo, I gotta play this record. I was like, I want to hear it. So I was like, yo, I'm going to open the show with it for real. But it's all on streaming platforms. Definitely want you guys to check it out. But y'all know what time it is. It's time for Current R&B Bangers. Now, if you're new to Junior's World of Soul, Current R&B Bangers is all about just showing that the R&B is out here. It's all about finding real artists and real artistry, and really just showing that, you know, with the genre being so disrespected as it is, I just wanted to create a platform that just, you know, gave artists, you know, independent artists, classic artists, and just R&B artists, period, another platform so they can get their music to be heard, so they can quit with this R&B is dead stuff, which that is so 2022, but still, just wanted to show y'all that for real, for real. But before I get into it, I want to talk about this AI situation. So last video, I talked about how AI is going to really start affecting the music industry and things like that, which I don't have a problem with. You know what I mean? Because, hey, get your money, get how you get it, you know, whatever. But my problem is it's taken away from real artistry, and it's taken away from real artists that's out there that really has the talent and the voice, especially with R&B that wants, you know, that deserves to be seen. And right now it's getting really hard, especially for R&B right now. It's not getting the respect that it deserves. And now AI comes in. And I did, you know, like I said on the last video, I did like a 3-minute thing about it. But then I come to find out one of the artists that I talked about before then was an AI artist. And I was kind of a little upset because I did my research and I thought they were a new artist. And, you know, I went to the record, you know, the record company that they were in, and I thought everything was fine. But then when I realized they're AI artists, it kind of upset me because I was like, I could have talked about a real artist, somebody that's been, you know, doing their talent for years and years and years, and they get out music and give them a platform. So it kind of upset me a little bit. And y'all know here, I'm all about R&B the raw and authentic way. And for me, you know, that AI situation really it didn't feel right to me. So y'all know I'm very honest on this camera, and I just wanted to let y'all know that, you know, I'm gonna, you know, have a space where I can talk about them. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tell you about them, and I'm not going to, you know, give you the background and all that. Just let you know it's AI, and then that's it. So just wanted to do that. Just wanted to give that to y'all right quick. You know what I'm saying? Because it was in my heart and my spirit. So let's just get into these 4 joints that I got for y'all today. So I know y'all got places to be, people to do, people to see. You know what I mean? And I don't want to keep y'all that long. You know what I mean? So we're going to start it off with Mario, who I talked about his song Home last week. And he released a new project actually called Mood Swings. And this is Mario's 7th album or project, or however y'all want to call it these days. You know, we call it albums, records, whatever, but y'all are calling them, you know, projects. And, you know, he had the self-titled that he came out with in 2002, then Turning Point, then Go, then DNA, Dancing Shadows, and then Glad You Came, and now he has Mood Swings. And I really enjoyed Mood Swings. I was, you know, getting my manicure and pedicure last Friday, and I had on my headphones while I was listening, and I really, really enjoyed the project. He got the joint Home, which I really enjoyed, and I talked about it here on Current R&B Bangers. He had Moan, Chosen, Fortune Cookie, but this joint, Still in Love. I love this record. And my brother Sin was like, when he listened to it, he was like, I know JR is going to talk about this record. You know what I mean? Because I get it. You know what I'm saying? I totally get it. You know what I'm saying? It definitely hits home a little bit. But yo, this song is so good. And it's definitely R&B. You know what I mean? So this is the first joint of Current R&B Bangers. It is coming from Mario. And this joint is entitled Still in Love. So let me give y'all a good sample of that. And here we go. Sorry, y'all. So I'm going to give y'all a good sample of it, too. So here we go. All right. Turn it up. I can't break no matter what, I'm still in love. I rewind it a little bit so y'all can hear it again. So we're gonna back it up. Here we go. I'm still in love. Like, come on, yo. You know when you love somebody and it's like you know it's like, oh my God, I want to let go but I can't because my heart is in it. You know what I mean? That is a real song, and it's seriously, this is what R&B is about. It's about feeling. You know what I'm saying? And you feel a song like that. Like Mario is really preaching on this record, for real, for real. But it's a real record. I love the joint. Definitely, I want you guys to check out Mario's project, Mood Swings. I know he going through. Look, y'all, don't pay attention to the foolishness that's going on with all the Mario and the social media and all this kind of mess. Just get to the music. And Mood Swings is definitely a dope project. So I definitely want y'all to check that out. But the first joint of current R&B bangers is Mario, and that is Still in Love. Now, the next artist is one of the leading ladies when it comes to the mainstream R&B, and I'm talking about Summer Walker. Now, I was rocking with her since the YouTube days when she was with her little guitar on YouTube, and the girl was so talented, you know what I mean? So I was like, oh, I like her. So, you know, when she came into the game, she gave us The Last Day of Summer, which had Peep on it. Over It, that's when, you know, the masses got to really know her, and that's come through with her and Usher. That was a joint. I think I talked about it on here. Still Over It. Oh my God, I talked about 2 joints on this joint. I talked about Closure, which I freaking love, and Unloyal with her, and another leading lady of the R&B girls, and song by Ari Lennox. And then now she has this project entitled Finally Over It. Oh, she's using Over It. Well, it's going to be finally over it, the next project. But yeah, she gave us a joint, and I'm still kind of listening to it, but I'm really kind of enjoying it. Like, the first single was Heart of a Woman, which felt so Mary J. Blige-ish. I was like, we could have even got a remix on that joint, for real. You know, Mary do rock with us. So I was like, ooh, we could have got a remix, but I don't know what happened. But Situationship, Don't Make Me Do It, and Stitch It Up. And it's so many other songs, but I'm really kind of getting into it still. But the one song that is my joint on it, and I think that's everybody's joint, is 100% Heartbreak. That joint is a real record, and I was like, come on, Summer. Come on, girl. We are definitely in the winter now. You know what I'm saying? I know it's cuffing season, but for real, it could be a little bit of a heartbreak too, for real. But this song is dope, and I was like, I'm definitely going to talk about this joint. So the second joint on current R&B bangers is coming from Summer Walker, and this is what is it? 1-800 Heartbreak. Sorry, y'all. So I'm going to give y'all a good sample of this one too. So here we go. Gone too far. I know I need a fresh start, baby. But by the end of the night, I'm dialing 1-800 Heartbreak. Hey! Come on, y'all. Like, that's some real, like, you sitting there and it's like going through it. You like, I need to dial a number. I need to dial something. I'm going through this heartbreak. This is terrible. You know what I mean? But this is a joint, definitely R&B, you know, type of vibe. Shout out to Brian Michael Cox and David Bishop for the production. Anderson .Paak is on it because at the end of her record, she gets a phone call, and then Anderson .Paak does like a rhyme at the end. I think it fits. I think it's a great song. This needs to be a single. We need a video, Summer, like all of that good stuff. This joint is really good. Definitely want y'all to check it out. But check out this new album that she came out with, Finally Over It, and tell me what you think in the more info box. But that is the second joint of current R&B bangers that is coming from Summer Walker, and that is 100 Heartbreak. Woo, Lord. We getting into the songs today, ain't we all? Alrighty, so next is one of the artist that is really about their artistry, and it's a young cat, and I'm talking about Masego. Now, Masego learned how to play all these instruments by himself. Like, he plays the piano, the drum, the sax, the synthesizers. Like, he does all of that. And listen, Quincy Jones, the late great Quincy Jones, even co-signed this dude. That's how dope he really is. You know what I mean? But he came through on the scene in 2015 with Pink Polo, and then in 2016 he came with Loose Thoughts. But I got on to him with Lady, and I heard Lady, and I was in like the joints prone. I was prone. I like Sugar Wars, 24-hour relationship, and Black Love. So I was in on that, and I love. Yo, the dude is an artist for real. You know what I mean? Give you flavors of D'Angelo, R.I.P. to him. But now he also had, no, not now, but he had this EP, Stay Aboard. And that joint I love, and it's probably my favorite because Passport, I think I talked about here on Current R&B Bangers. I'm not too sure. And then Mystery Lady and Bliss Ahead with, what is her name? Sheila. Oh my God, that girl knows she can sing down. For real. But in 2023, he brought out his self-titled Masego with what was the record on there? Afraid of Water and You Play With My Heart. Those were kind of my favorites on that. But now Masego has a new single, I Win, which I love because it's so acoustic, but it has a beat to it. And it's really, it's like you get with that person and you realize with them that you have won, and y'all could take that, and build with that. That's what I got off the record. But it's so acoustic, and I really enjoy it. So I was like, I definitely want to talk about that. So the third joint of Current R&B Bangers is from Masego, and this is entitled I Win. So here we go. Give y'all a nice, good sample of this too. So here we go. Guaranteed I win. Hey. I like that. Like, you see what I'm saying? It's got like a nice little beat to it, but you can still hear that guitar on it. Very Stevie-ish. You know what I mean? But I'm going to get back to Stevie when I'm talking about him. But anyway, y'all, I like this joint. It's smooth. I want y'all to check out I Win. Definitely check out Masego's music. For real, get into the artistry. Like, he's really dope. And then for him to be young. And again, for Quincy Jones to really co-sign him, that's all you need. You know what I mean? So the third joint of R&B Bangers is coming from Masego, and that is I Win. So now y'all know the Christmas songs are starting to come out. Our artists are starting to release some Christmas songs. So now, at the end of some of these, y'all might get some, Christmas joints, which is cool. You know what I mean? But I'm going to start it off with my boy Kevin Ross. Now, if y'all been watching Current R&B Bangers, Kevin Ross is one of my favorite singers that came out. Dude is so dope. I've been on him since 2016. I've talked about him so many times on this show. I've been a fan since Long Song Away back in 2016. I talked about Kevin so much on this show, like I said, starting from his debut, which was The Great Awakening. The Awakening, The Great Awakening, but The Awakening. I talked about so many joints. His project, Dive. I talked about like I Do on here. The Audacity. I talked about a thing called Love. I talked about Switching Sides. Audacity 2, God is a Genius, is probably my favorite song from him. Overthinking, Salvation, I talked about on here. Love Tempo, the latest project where he had Love in the Middle, and Back for More that I talked about. It like Kevin Ross is a favorite of mine, like for real, because the boy really sings, and he has his own style, and I really enjoy it for real. But he has a new Christmas joint out. It's entitled This Winter. And, it's definitely a Christmas song, give you Christmas vibes, but Kevin is doing Kevin on it, and I really enjoy it. So the fourth joint of R&B Bangers is coming from Kevin Ross, and this is This Winter. So get into it, y'all, and here we go. This winter, hear me when I say, hey, there's one thing on the top of my list today. Yes. All these for Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's Kevin. Like, if you know Kevin, it could fit on Drive, Audacity 1, 2, whatever. Like, it's such a dope song. Definitely want y'all to check it out. It's definitely smooth. It's on all streaming platforms. Definitely check my boy Kevin Ross out. And that's the fourth joint on Current R&B Bangers. See? There's 4 joints this week, y'all. Got y'all in, got y'all out. The 4 joints is Mario, Still in Love, Summer Walker with 100 Heartbreak, Masego, I Win, and Kevin Ross, This Winter. So I got some church announcements for y'all before I get out of here. I want to thank y'all for showing R&B Rep so much love. We are at 17 44 subscribers, and we got over 232 subscribers in 28 days. We really want to thank y'all for the love. Me and Elise are so grateful for our subscribers, and definitely sharing our stuff on social media. Like, we are really thank you, for real. The current episode that we have out now is Stevie Wonder's Hotter Than July with Desmond Parson, which is an amazing episode. We really go deep with that album because, you know, Stevie had to come back with the aggression after Secret Life of Plans. We really went into that, and it was so good, y'all. So I definitely want y'all to check it out. Share it to anybody that's Stevie fan, that's R&B fan. Just share us, you know what I mean? Tomorrow we are releasing a Catch That Mini with our boy Spencer, where we talked about Colonel Abrams' Trap, which was a great episode. And y'all just keep rocking with us. We're gonna keep giving y'all content, new content. We got the fan culture, we got, you know, the Let's Talk, we got the regular Catch That Minis. You know, JR's Stacks Life is gonna continue. Elise's vinyl theme, 60 seconds vinyls with Elise. Like, we giving y'all content after content, so we definitely appreciate it. And keep rocking with us, and keep rocking with our family. Shout out to the Eyes of Wonder with Kemani and Jaren. Shout out to the Saturday Sitdown crew with T and Q. Shout out to the Psyce podcast with Stephanie and Muse. Ed Bowser with the Soul and Stereo. In This Corner podcast with our brother Bill. Shout out to, you know, the HipHop, definitely my mentor. That's been my mentor on Podcast Life, my big brother Kill with Apartment 5B. Shout out to Vegas with Hip Hop Now podcast. Listen, I'm going to put all the info in the more info box. I definitely want y'all to subscribe to all of them and all of that good stuff. But thank you for all the love that y'all been giving to the R&B reps. Really want to thank y'all. But y'all know what I like to do. I like to get out of here, you know, come in with a new joint, but I like to exit with a classic. So 35 years ago, this song right here was #1 on the R&B charts, and it's actually y'all, it's actually my favorite single from BBD. And hopefully I will see y'all again next week. And here we go. Goes a little something like this. Here we go. So let's have some fun, yeah. I thought it was me. I thought it was me who made that. I thought it was me. I think to find out she's like that every day. I'm out, y'all. Peace.